welcome to the last video of this quantum cryptography series. This is based upon Shor's algorithm, and we will study today about Shor's algorithm. We will first understand what Shor's algorithm is actually doing, and then we'll try to understand it via code. So let's start. We know that what just a minute. Okay. What Shor's algorithm does to identify that, we know that if suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these numbers are given. Now if we give a mod operation, mod suppose 5, okay, so these numbers, 1 mod 5 is 1, 2 mod 5 is, what is 2 mod 5 is 2, 3 mod 5 is 3, 4 mod 5 is 4, and 5 mod 5 is 0. That is understandable, I think. So 1 mod 5 equals 1 equals to 1 equals to 1 modulus 5. So that is what we understood. Okay, now we can write 1 mod. So what are the numbers that will give number 1 if we mod 5? So 1 will give, 6 will give, 11 will give, 16 will give. That is easy. So if we put numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 1 will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this pattern, if we had a 0 here also, this pattern is repeated after some time. So this length is called period. Okay. Now what Shor's algorithm is going to do. So we are actually trying to find this period. Okay. So what Shor's algorithm is doing is finding this period. So now why this period is to be found? Let us understand the problem first. Now you understanding. So this is a factoring problem. What RSA does, suppose you know about RSA. RSA algorithm has this property that if this is a public key and this is a private key, mod n is 1. So 1 mod n is, so we have to find this E and D. Now to find E and D, if you remember the RSA algorithm, so now we'll start with RSA. What is RSA? RSA takes two number P and Q, forms a function phi by P minus 1, Q minus 1, and then gets two keys as 1 bracket mod phi n. This is phi n. Now to guess these properties, we need to find the period of this function. Now to find this period, we need to factorize these two problems, and to factorize these problems, that's a very big problem for computers to do. For small it's easy, like 5 and 3. If number of 15 is given, suppose 1 is given and 1 mod 15 is given as 15. So now with this number 15, we need to guess these two numbers, public key and private key. Now to guess this public key private key, it's a very tough problem for general computers, because we need to predict this period of multiplication, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 0 here, 1, 2, 3. If we can calculate this, then we can also efficiently factor. So this is a factorization problem, this is a period finding problem. So we convert the period finding problem to a factoring problem and thus find these two numbers. So how can this 1 mod n can be formed by two numbers? Now there are very less combinations. Suppose 15 is a number. So how many factors can you make? 1 into 15, 5 into 3, and reverse, and 15 into 1. So these two are the possible combinations, and if you construct that can't be equal to this number, then these are the only two choices. So this is very trivial for normal computers, but for quantum computers, for bigger numbers, 2048 bits, so this number will take billions of years of computation for current fast computers. For 2048 bits number, it will take very huge time. But now computer want to do bigger tasks, so we convert a factoring problem to a period finding problem. And this period finding problem is developed by Shor's algorithm. Actually, you can just see that this is the period. So this period is actually phase, and we are actually, what we are doing is we are actually doing phase estimation. So Shor's algorithm is actually a type of phase estimation. Now we will just look at some periodic function. For period finding, we need to look at periodic functions. So what is a periodic function? Periodic function, I told you that f of x is denoted as a to the power x mod n. So now 17 modulus 5 equal to, so 17 is equals to 2 mod 5. The period or the order r, is the smallest integer such that ar mod n equal to 1. Ar mod n equal to 1. So this, the smallest r for which this is held, the r is called order or period. Okay. So what is Shor's algorithm doing? The steps. Step 1. Pick a number a that is coprime with n. if r is even, x equal to a raised to r by 2 mod n, and this is also a choice. If x plus 1 is not equal to 0 mod n, then P is equal to either GCD of x plus 1 comma n or GCD x minus 1 comma n. Okay, now if the first condition itself is not satisfied, if not satisfied, pick another a. So this is the whole algorithm. First, this pick a number a that is co-prime with n. If r is even, x equals and x equals to a to the power r by 2 mod n. Now, if x plus 1 is not equal to 0 mod n, so in these the one of the number will be there and p into q is equal to n, so the other number can be found easily. Else find a different a. That is whole Shor's algorithm is. So now we'll code it. So this is very easy. We just imported the code. The problem is, look at this periodic function, and that is already I have explained. So n equals to 35, a equals to 3. Suppose we have chosen a. So we were it here. We imported the required functions, and we have this periodic function as explained here. Okay, now a to the power x mod n, and what is the periodic function? So the minimum point where we can get a 1. So the minimum value of r where a raised to r mod n equals to 1. So suppose n equals to 35 and a equals to 3. So we develop this function. So it is actually repeated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14, this r equals to 12. From 1 to 13 the period is. So the total number of is 12, r equals to 12. Now Shor's solution was to use quantum as phase estimation on the unitary operator. Quantum phase estimation operator we have already studied in the earlier lectures. So suppose the unitary is applied on a state y and the resultant is a to the a product y mod n. To see how this useful, what an eigenstate of u might look like. If we started with a state 1, we can see that each successive application u will multiply the register of by state of a. So a is multiplied every time. So u of 1, then we get a 3. U to multiply twice, we get a 9. U of 3, we get 27. A to the power r minus, and after mod, so n is 35. So after 27, the number is applied. So it is modded. So these states are applied. Now u to the 1 is equals to 3 and u to the r1 equals to 1. So this r we are supposed to find. This is the period we are supposed to find. Now how to find? So superposition of state in this cycle would be eigenstate. So u0 is superposed, it, and since there are k, so e to the power k mod n. Now the eigenstate has eigenvalue 1, which is very interesting. Okay, so let us suppose make a very different phase. So u is applied on u1 and we get e to the power 2 pi r u1. That is okay. So this is a particularly interesting eigenvalues. Now we applied this us, so it is is, that is very easy. Now we just use a quantum phase estimation problem. So this is the quantum phase estimation circuit we used earlier. Okay, now since the computation base is a superposition of this eigenstate, which means QPE will give using the state 1 measure of phase. So we actually missed something. So this is a basic operation. Now u0 equals to 1, 3, 9 plus 4 plus 12. So this is the statement we have. Now u equals to u0 is these states will come. Okay, after that it will be getting repeated. u0 is this and u after applied on u0 is this. So this will again repeat. So u0 is u0 and eigenvalue is 1. Now u1, which is more interesting, is so this state comes. This is the different eigenvalue than earlier case. Now this is a particularly eigenstate as it contains r. So r is here. So just see that r is available. In fact, r has to be included to make sure phase difference between r between the r computational basis states are equal. This is not the only eigenstate with this behavior. To generalize this behavior, we can multiply integer s to this phase difference, which will show up in our eigenvalue. us equals to 1 by r summation 2 pi r sk r upon e to the k model. So this is our new eigenvalue. Just see the expansion. This is the value is given. Now just see us is 1 by root 12 because r equals to 12 and 1. Okay, so now we apply it again and then we get this. So what is r? We again get the r in return. So this is the eigenvalue of this unitary. Now very conveniently, if sum of all these eigenstates, the different phases cancel out all computational bases except one. So only one is left. Okay, so here's 1 by u0, 1 plus 7 plus 4 plus 13 plus u1 equals to half plus u2 plus u3 equals to 1. Since the computational basis state is a superposition of these eigenstates, which means if we do QPE on u using the state 1, we will measure a phase this. And by this value, we can easily get R. So we just implement the above state in the cascade implementation. In this example, you saw the period find problem for a equals to 7 and equals to 15. So we are given this ay mod 15, n is 15 given without explanation. To create ux, you will simply repeat the circuit x times. So C mod 15 is made function. Now the whole procedure is about quantum phase estimation. Okay, QC this and then repeated. This is the quantum phase estimation circuit. And what we get, it's 0 0 0 0, it's 0, this is 4, so this is 3, this is 2 and this is 1. So with equal probabilities we are getting 0, 2, 1 and 3. Now we got a 0 upon 256, and this is in reverse, so 64 to the power, these are 8 qubits, so this is to the power 6, 64, this is 256, this is 1 point, so divided by 256.5 and 0.75. We can use the continuous fraction algorithm to attempt to find the S and R. So we can use this fraction 0.6. Okay, so we know that this is easily findable. Now the fraction can be, so this 2 comma 3 is easily found. For any number we can repeat the same procedures. What we are doing, we are just submitting a number as n, we don't know what that number is, and then we get an output after quantum phase estimation circuit with these probabilities, and we know how many qubits, how many bits we have already used. So 8 qubits we have used, so 2 by 8 is 256, and then we divide this. We now find a contiguous fraction of these, so whatever fraction we get of them is actually the product of the original two numbers, which is 2 comma 3. Now factoring from period finding, n equals to 15. Next reproduce the results. This is GCD. So this is a new algorithm for period finding. You can just study it after understanding this above algorithm, but not let's go through this. Not all factoring problems are difficult. We can spot an even number instantly that we know that one of its factors is 2. In fact, there are specific criteria for choosing number that are difficult to factor, but the basic idea is choose the product of two large prime numbers. The general factoring algorithm will check to see if there is shortcut to factoring the integers before using short period finding worst case scenario. Since we aim to focus on quantum part of the algorithm, we will jump straight to the case when n is the product of primes. So for a product of primes we have an n 15. Now we need to find make sure reproduce the results. So random int is this, make to share we random int. Next we check is an already trivial non-factor. GCD of a comma 15 is there. A is a random number, so it is 1, so it is actually a prime number. Now great, next we do show a finding algorithm of a equals to 7 and n equals to 15. So this is the random guess of a, as we discussed. This algorithm, we pick an a, so we get a, and now we get a equals to 7, and now we are supposed to find r. This is the whole circuit for, okay, and then we get reading phases 0 1 0 0 and probability is 0.5. So how many qubits are there? 0 1 2, so 2 to the power 3, what is this is 2 to the power 2, which is 4, and this is 2 to the power 3, so this is 8. So the corresponding phase is 0.5. Now we find a 0.5 fraction is one of the value will be 2, and then the other value can be guessed. Now we have r, might be able to use the find a factor of n. So a to the power r mod n equals to 1, then a to the power r minus 1 mod equals to 0. So a to the power r minus 1 equal to a to the power r minus 2, r by 2 minus 1, a to the power r by 2 plus 1. This is easy. Okay, so this looks easy. Now guesses is GCD of a to the power r by 2 comma n, r by 2 plus 1 comma n. So we get a 3 comma 1. The cell will repeat the algorithm until at least one factor of 15 is around. So this is repeated while not factor found. So that is very algorithm. Attempt 1 0 0 0 r equals to 1, not found factor because at they will be prime. Attempt equals 2 1 1 0 0.75 r equals to 4. Guessed factor is 3 comma 5. So that is how it is found. So that's all for this current lecture. Thank you.